Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Cleverboy Gaming Shorts. In today's episode, we're going to discuss our top 5 Metal Gear Solid games. And coming in at number 5, Metal Gear Solid 4 for the PlayStation 3. Coming in off the heels of Metal Gear Solid 3 for the PlayStation 2, Sony's new system, the PlayStation 3, needed a new entry in the Metal Gear Solid series, and in this, we got Metal Gear Solid 4. This game introduced a number of new gameplay mechanics that we still find in the most current Metal Gear Solid video games. Not to mention, the cinematics in this was out of this world. In this video game, you'll find that Solid Snake has aged, due to the setting taking place in the future, but that doesn't mean that he lacks any of his old abilities. In fact, he's souped up with futuristic enhancements. The PlayStation 3's power is represented well in this video game. The graphics are outstanding, some of the best in the series, even till this day. The gameplay is almost totally rehauled. Even though it does have a lot of similarities to Metal Gear Solid 3, it also takes it into a new direction with the over-the-shoulder third-person shooting. As I said, this video game takes place in the future, so you do get to see what comes of some of our most iconic characters like Dr. Naomi and even Meryl. The over-the-shoulder third-person shooting really does enhance the action sequences in this video game, giving you a sense of more freedom than ever before. And though the introduction of the new gameplay mechanics are outstanding, the game doesn't lean on it enough, filling the video game with more cutscenes than ever. We here at Cleverboy Gaming love Metal Gear Solid 4. Even still, we place it at the bottom of a very tough list of mainline video games in a great series. That doesn't take away from the fact that this game is amazing, and it really showed us the power of the PlayStation 3. Coming in at number 4, Metal Gear Solid 5. At this point, many of us believed that Metal Gear Solid 4 was the end of an era, until we found out that we were getting a Metal Gear Solid 5. And not only that, but that this game would be open world. This video game took all of the mechanics of the previous games and gave us a sandbox to explore. The freedom to infiltrate a number of bases in many different ways. Unimaginable until this moment, but we did it. We got an open world Metal Gear Solid game. And this time, it was for the PlayStation 4. Adapting the gameplay mechanics found in Metal Gear Solid 3 and Metal Gear Solid 4, it was taken to a whole new level. Being able to build your own base and create your own military only added to the levels of customization in this open world adventure. This game truly gave you the feeling of being a military leader and not cutting us short of that true experience of the Metal Gear series.
Yes, boss. The one and only.
The only downside to this game, for many of us, is the lack of a coherent storyline that we were so familiar with in this series. No more did we have those emotional cutscenes. In place, we only received a few short cuts, and many of the time, it was incoherent, and that's why we placed this so low on our list. Coming in at number 3, Metal Gear Solid 1. What Metal Gear Solid 1 for the PlayStation did for video games is unimaginable. They introduced the first cinematic video game series. In fact, I don't remember ever seeing such complex cutscenes and storylines in a video game until this moment. So well done by the actors. At this time, we were introduced to a brand new genre in video games, tactical espionage. What this game did for this genre is similar to what Mario 64 did for 3D platforming. All of the classic gameplay from the 2D SNES games were introduced in a 3D platform and done almost perfectly, giving us a movie-like video game experience. All of the iconic characters introduced in this is the reason why this game has to be so high on our list. With the alert system in 3D, your adrenaline would not stop at all at any point. Experiencing the artificial intelligence with the new alert system is why we place Metal Gear Solid 1 so high on our list, building such iconic characters and actually giving us sympathy for the villains. Coming in at number 2, Metal Gear Solid 3. Okay, we must admit, this video game probably should be number 1. But, in our case, we put it here at number 2. And honestly, we don't mind, because this video game is amazing. Let's be clear. Without this video game, Metal Gear Solid wouldn't be where it is today. This video game is a prequel, possibly the first prequel of the series, and introduces us to our new protagonist, Big Boss. And honestly, we love him just the same. This video game takes us out of our comfort zone and truly throws us into the wild, forcing us to survive like no other video game has ever done before. Introducing mechanics like camouflage and hunting gives you a sense of truly being a soldier out in the wild during the Cold War era, and this is something that no gamer can truly forget. This video game simply takes Metal Gear and turns it on its head, introducing brand new gaming mechanics, a beautiful setting, and an outstanding soundtrack. Nothing short of perfection in my opinion. Never cutting us short on a great story, We learned to love Big Boss and his time period just as much as we love Solid Snake, and this is why Metal Gear Solid 3 is so high on our list. Coming in at number 1, Metal Gear Solid 2. Okay, we must admit, this is a bit controversial, and we understand. I mean, Metal Gear Solid 2 doesn't even have Solid Snake as the main protagonist. In fact, we're introduced to a brand new character in Raiden. Yes, we get it. But still, the genius of this video game cannot be understated. Not only did this video game usher in a new generation in video game development, but it also kick-started one of the greatest systems of all time, the PlayStation 2. And when we tell you, it showcased that system's capabilities like no other. Everything from the character design, environment building, story development, voice acting, everything was done perfectly in this video game. Not to mention the gameplay mechanics that we've never even thought was possible in a video game, like interrogating, like hiding a dead body. All these things were placed into one video game on a brand new system and done to near perfection. The reason why we put Metal Gear Solid 2 at number 1 is simple. We believe, out of all the games in the series, Metal Gear Solid 2 is the most fluent and coherent one from start to finish. The way the characters come in, the way the gameplay is introduced, and the climaxes are second to none. And this might very well be a perfect video game. This video game introduced us to AI abilities that we never thought was possible. No more was the NPC just a character to kill. Instead, they had personality, intelligence. This game may go down as possibly one of the most hated in the series, but we believe that this is possibly the most perfect one of all. We love the double character system. We love the setting of the big shell. We love the way they introduced the new mechanics like interrogation and hiding bodies. This game can be replayed over and over again, and that is why we have it at number 1 in our top 5 list. No doubt that Metal Gear Solid is a unique series, and will go down as possibly one of the best video game series of all time. And we do wish that we'll see Hideo Kojima create another one in the mainline series. But until then, this was our top 5 Metal Gear Solid games. And that wraps up our Cleverboy Gaming short on our top 5 Metal Gear Solid video games. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.